Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back to OT with Dan. I'm Dan. Welcome to our OT class. I want to thank everybody who's tuning in. Thank everybody who's been tuning in. I hope these videos are helpful. Okay? And quick reminder, these videos are meant to be just educational videos for parents and students to do together so parents can help implement these strategies, help our students learn these skills. Okay, it's not meant to replace any existing therapies or services that you might have, just an additional educational activity. All right, also, since I'm not able to see what anybody's doing, please make sure you are careful and safe. Okay, please make sure that you're looking around, paying attention to how you feel, paying attention to the space around you. Okay, everything you're doing is at your own risk, so please make sure you are careful. If anything is causing you pain, don't do it. Okay, if it feels dangerous, don't do it. Okay, it's perfectly fine, totally fine for you to just move to your own pace as best as you can. Okay, don't do anything dangerous. Please stay safe. Have fun and be safe. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for everyone who's tuning in. Okay, so let's get started. So, can anyone remind me, what letter of the alphabet are we doing today? Remember, we're doing daily activities for our different letters of the alphabet. Okay, so we learned A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That means today is H. This is our sign language letter H, just 2 fingers, just like this. Okay, so let's try again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And today is our letter H. Okay, what about our other hand? Can you try on the other hand? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H is for today. All right? Okay, so we are going to be doing different exercises and different movements and different activities for our letter H. The first thing that we need is our notebook and our pencil. Okay, we can use our highlighter as well. If we need to, it'll be for our parents, or we can use the highlighter too, actually. So let's see if we can grab our notebook, pencil, and a highlighter. Okay, so remember, you can keep this notebook, and if you're keeping track of your notebook, we're gonna have different activities in it every single day. So this way, by the time we finish all of our letters of the alphabet, we will have a whole big book full of different exercises, activities, breathing, a whole bunch of things that we can do throughout the day. Okay, if we need to get a little movement break, get a body break, we can do these different exercises. Nice brain break, breathing break. Okay, so let's use our fingers. Let's turn our pages one at a time. Let's see if we can get to our next blank page. Okay, so we have our A, B, and remember, any ones that don't have that lowercase letter, you can fill that in also after class maybe for homework. Some of them are missing. C, D, our dots and dots. Okay. E, F, and yesterday we did our G. Okay, turn one more page, and this comes to our next blank page. My notebook is out of pages, so whoops, that's why I have a new notebook here. Okay, but I like to keep it in that green notebook, keep it all together. All right, so today we're doing our letter H. Okay, so first we're gonna draw our letter H. You know, I like to draw our letters before we start to write them. This can help us in our brain to think about how it looks. So let's use our pointing finger. Let's draw that letter H. So we start at the top. We make our H with a big line down. We can go across and another big line. Okay, what about with our other hand? Same thing. Start at the top. We go down. We go across and another big line down. Okay, what about our lowercase h? What does our lowercase h look like? Our lowercase h, similar, we start at the top, we make our line down. This time, we just loop up and around. Other hand, same thing. Start at the top, we go down, and just loop up and around. Okay? Let's try on our paper. So if we need, we can have our parents help by making it with our highlighter, or we can do it with our highlighter. It's a little easier to hold the highlighter since it's a little bigger. Okay? One hand is holding our paper. See if we can hold that highlighter in our fingers. Okay? So we have just our 2 fingers, right? And we hold that highlighter. Our middle finger is helping. Okay? Our other fingers, see if we can tuck them in. If it's a little hard, remember you can practice with broken crayons or a piece of chalk just to help practice holding with those 3 fingers. Okay? These 3 fingers we use for a lot of things. Okay? So now we're making our letter H. So one hand is holding. Remember, we're trying to write with our wrist and our fingers, not with our whole arm. We make that capital letter H. Okay? Try to keep it nice and neat, nice and even. Okay? Next, we're making a lowercase letter H. So same thing, we start at the top, go down, then we loop up and over. We have our capital and our lowercase letter H. Okay? We could take our highlighter. Remember, opening and closing, flipping that highlighter is a good way to practice how we move our hand. Okay. Next, if we're using our pencil right away, perfect. If not, here's the time where we can either trace these letters or just do them again. A little harder to hold a pencil since it's smaller. See if you can hold it in those fingers. Okay? See if you can use your fingers to write. Not your whole hand, but your fingers. So one hand's holding. See if we can make our letter H. Uppercase. And lowercase. All right, perfect. Everyone have that so far? Okay, we could put our notebook down. What are the exercises we can do for the letter H? What's an animal that starts with the letter H? What do you think? Can anyone tell me an animal that starts with the letter H? If you were in our last class and you know the answer, then again, don't tell anybody. Okay, what's an animal that starts with the letter H? So our animal that starts with the letter H that I'm thinking of is our horse. Okay, so how does a horse run? How does a horse move? Right, we do our animal walks. So a horse walks by galloping. Okay, and if you're riding on that horse, gallop looks like this. One leg at a time. Okay, I want to see you gallop. First, let's gallop in place. Gallop, gallop, gallop. Can you use the other leg? Gallop, 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 gallop forward. Gallop, 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 gallop back. Gallop, 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 gallop to your side. Gallop, 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 other side. Gallop, 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 circle. Gallop, 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 other way. Gallop, 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 gallop. Whew. All right, perfect. Okay, that's how we gallop like a horse. It's a good way to practice our jumping. It's a good way to get moving. Remember, we can always combine these with other movements or different activities. So if we want to make it harder, we can practice maybe galloping forward. Then we can stop. Maybe we can do jumping jacks. And then gallop backwards. Okay? You can always add a different animal walk. So maybe we gallop to the side. Then we can practice frog jumps. And gallop to the other side. Okay? You can do categories. So you can, oops, that's a frog jump. You can gallop forward and say colors, blue, green, red. Okay? Or you can count 1, 2, 3, or maybe count backwards. Okay, so if you want to make it harder, there's a lot of things you can add. All right, let's pull out our notebook and let's see if we can write our word horse. So again, if we need some help, parents, you can help with the highlighter, or we can use our highlighter, our students. Okay, it's a little thicker, a little easier. Okay, let's see if we can write our word horse. So if you want to write in all uppercase, that's good. If you want to write in all lowercase, that's fine. Or see if you can make that H capital. And then our next letters, lowercase. So we write our word horse. Okay. Now, if we're using our pencil, that's perfect. Otherwise, if our parents are helping, or if we use the highlighter, now let's see if we can use that pencil. So remember, we're holding that pencil in our fingers. We're moving our wrist, not our arm. One hand is holding our paper. Okay, where's my table? Okay, and we're writing our word horse. Horse. Okay, so horse is an animal that starts with the letter H. We could do our horse walk, which is galloping in different directions, add something to it, just to practice moving around, get our bodies moving. Okay, let's put our notebook down. Oops, not on the floor. Okay, horse starts with the letter H. Another word that starts with the letter H that we can do an exercise for is our hammer. So what do we use a hammer for? What do you all think? What do we use our hammer for? Has anyone used the hammer before? So if we use a hammer, we have to be very, very careful. They're heavy and they can be dangerous. So make sure we only use it with adult supervision, right? And they have some hammers that are a little lighter or maybe made of plastic or something easier so we don't hurt ourselves. With our hammer, okay, we're gonna practice our hammer exercises. So pretend you're holding a hammer, or we can actually flip our notebook, okay? Use those fingers, flip your notebook. I said flip, I said flip, stay, okay? Go ahead and rip out a piece of paper. All right, I like using paper, right? See if we can roll this paper. If you're on your table, you can roll it towards you or away. See if you can roll it. Use those fingers to roll. Can you roll? Okay. You can have a parent help you if you need. If you want to take a piece of tape to secure it. Okay, this becomes our hammer. So we can practice one-handed hammers where we reach across our body, hammer, hammer, okay? So let's do 5 across our body, 1, all right? So we're not swinging all the way through like a circle. We're practicing stopping also. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the other way, 1. If you want, you can draw little screws on the table on a piece of paper and practice as long as we're going across the body, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Then we're going to do our two-handed hammer. So now we have 2 hands. The hand that's on top, we're going to the other direction. Okay? So we're reaching across our body, right? With our hammer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? We're squeezing our body, squeezing our tummy when we're doing it. Then we switch hands. Okay? Now we go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? So that hammer hand is a really good way to get our upper body working, our muscles in our arms working, our core muscles working. Every time we're stopping, our core has to work. So we're not just swinging, we are going and stopping, okay? If you want to challenge yourself, you can go back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, turn your body. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 2 hands. 1, switch, 2, switch, 3, switch, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? If you really want to challenge yourself, you can hammer all the way to the ground. Just be careful, don't hurt your knees. You can go 1, 2, okay? Use a pillow if you need. 3, see if you can come down without touching the ground. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oof. That's our hammers, okay? Awesome. Awesome way to get our bodies moving, get ourselves working a little bit, get some of that energy out, okay? That's our hammers, all right? Let's pull out our paper. It's the same thing. You can use your highlighter. You can use your pencil. Let's see if we can write our word hammer, okay? So hammer, hammer hand, okay? We're holding our pencil with our fingers. Our pinky and ring are tucked in. We're gonna write just with our fingers, not with our arm. One hand is holding. If you can write all uppercase letters, that's perfect. Or all lowercase is fine too. Or see if you can try making a capital H and then all the next lowercase. Hammer. Okay. Horse, hammer. Okay, next, we have a couple for H. Okay, next is our word hop. Okay, so hop is a fun one because all we have to do, whoa, there goes our light, oops. All we have to do for hop is we're jumping with both feet, okay? So, perfect. Okay, now I'll get a better light too. Maybe, hopefully. All right, all we're doing for hop is we're jumping with both feet. So for our hop, we're using both feet, okay? And, okay, all we're doing for hop is we are jumping with both feet, okay? So we're gonna use both our feet. Ooh, it's a little dark in here. Okay, all we're gonna do is we're gonna hop. We're gonna hop with both feet, okay? So we can just practice hopping in place. We can hop fast or hop one at a time, okay? Hop one at a time takes more control. It's easier to just start hopping, hopping, hopping. And then our body starts to help us hop too. We get used to the hop. If we do one hop at a time, it's actually a little bit harder because we have to stop and hop, okay? Let's hop forward, stop and hop, stop and hop. See if you can hop forward. Can you hop backwards? Okay. Can you hop to the side? And the other side. Excuse me. Hop in a circle. Okay. If you're hopping fast, that's okay too. If you're hopping one hop at a time, that's even harder. Okay, but they're both good. Both good exercises. Okay, if you want to make it harder, you can use our arrow from our arrow exercises and see if you can have somebody, either a parent or a friend or a brother or sister, turn that arrow. So you have to follow the directions. Remember, you can do multiple steps, right? Up would be like a super hop, okay? Or you can practice tracing put a piece of paper on the floor and step on it with both feet. And you can trace your feet. Maybe trace one with one arm, the other with the other arm, or cross when you trace. Okay? Then you can use those feet. If you have a copy machine or you make a couple of those, you can make a whole pattern to jump on, to hop on. Okay? Or again, you can just turn it one at a time. Okay? And same thing with the arrows, right? That's our hopping. If you want to make our hopping harder, you can always practice super hops. Okay? And a lot of our animals that jump, we will get a chance to practice more jumping. Okay? Can you think of another animal that hops besides our frog? Okay, so we'll have another chance to practice our hopping. But for H, we have our hops. Okay? So, and remember, you can always add other animal exercises, get our bodies moving. Okay? Let's see if we can write our word hop. So we write hop. Okay? Next, another word that starts with H that we can use for our H exercises and activities is our word hug. So hug is actually, hug is actually a great way to get a nice big squeeze in. Okay? We can either hug a parent or ask for a hug, or a brother or sister ask for a hug, right? Or we can use our pillows. So, can everyone find a pillow? If we're using our pillow, right? You just squeeze that pillow, give it a big hug. If you want to make a pillow sandwich, you can take two pillows, have one pillow behind you, one in front, and see if someone can give you a big hug. And squeeze both of those pillows, okay? And then you become sandwiched in those pillows, a pillow sandwich, okay? It's a good way to get a nice deep squeeze in a big part of your body. So pillow sandwich, okay? A pillow sandwich is a really nice way just to feel calm, get some energy out with a nice deep squeeze, okay? Let's go back to our paper. Okay, our next word is our word hug. So let's see if right under hop, we can write hug. Remember, if we're using our highlighter, that's okay. If we're using our pencil, we can write in all uppercase, all lowercase, or see if you can make that first letter uppercase and the rest in lowercase, okay? Do your best. Do your best to fit. If you don't have room, do your best. Okay, we have one more, hop, hug, and our last one is hum. And these are three short words. So that's why we have all three of them. Okay, so we have horse, hammer, and then hop, hug, hum. Okay, so for our hum, let me hear you hum. Who can hum? Right? Humming, we just think of a song and we hum it out. Okay, so if we ever need a break, we can just go somewhere quiet or sit on the couch, cuddle up in a comfortable blanket, go somewhere where we feel safe, comfortable, okay? And we can just practice humming. Humming is a good way to clear our mind, right? Just the sound, the feeling, just helps us to feel nice and calm. So if we ever feel upset or angry or frustrated or stressed out, okay, maybe we're upset, maybe however we're feeling, okay, we can always ask for a break. And if we go somewhere quiet, sit somewhere comfortable, we can just practice just humming. And that can make us feel better too, right? Humming or listening to some nice music, right, is a nice way to relax. So we can just practice humming. All right, can you hum? I want to hear how you hum. Next, let's write our word hum. Okay, so I have no more room. I'm going to write it over here on the side. Remember, you can use that highlighter, or parents can help with the highlighter, or if we're writing with the pencil, and we could write in uppercase, lowercase, or as a mix like this. All right, so that's our exercises and activities for our letter H. Not so bad. Let's review. So we learned our letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Today's our letter H. And on the other hand, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H for today. Okay? We practice drawing our letter in the air. Remember, it's a nice way to practice with our brain before actually writing it so that we can think about how it's going to look. And it makes it easier for our handwriting. Okay? Our uppercase and lowercase. And remember, in your notebook, any letters that we didn't do our lowercase, you could go ahead and fill those out. Okay? And we did our words. We did our horse, right? And our horse gallops in all different directions. Try with the other legs first. Okay, mix it up in a circle or the other way. Okay, our horse. Then we did our hammer. Hammer we can do one hand or two hands. And we can go down to the floor. Okay, hammer like Thor, down to the floor. Okay, good way to work out our body, work out our arms, our core. Okay, get some of that energy out. Then next we talked about our hop, hum, and hug. Okay, so we can do our hopping. We can make it an obstacle course, follow directions. Our hug, get a nice deep hug, or make a pillow sandwich. In our hum, just a nice way to help us relax. Go somewhere quiet, in a quiet space, and just hum a little to yourself. Make some music, make some sound. Nice way to relax. Okay? All right, round of applause. Awesome job, okay? So keep sticking around, okay? We're gonna keep going through our whole alphabet. And remember, we still have a lot more letters. So we can do a whole bunch of different exercises, and it's really just finding the activities and the different things that you like. Okay, and if we're keeping track in our notebook, then whenever we're done with our whole alphabet, you can pick the ones that you like if you want to ever take a break, movement break, brain break, breathing break, humming break. Okay, so we'll have a lot of different activities and things that we can choose from. We don't have to do all of them. If we don't like them, then at least we practiced it and we don't have to do it. Okay, so hope everybody is learning, having fun, moving around, humming, practicing different things. All right, thank you everyone so much for tuning in. Round of applause. Okay, come back for our next class and we'll be doing A, B, C, E, F, G, H. Our next class will be for our letter I. All right, thank you everybody so much. All right, and just a reminder, this is not meant to replace any classes or therapies or services you might have, just an educational, fun class meant for parents to do with their children, with our students, just so you can help implement these strategies, learn these skills, get our bodies moving, and just learn how we can take breaks throughout the day, help with our energy and help with our focus, okay? So if anybody has any questions also, please feel free to email me. I'm Dan, the OTman1 @gmail.com. Okay, also, since I can't see what anybody is doing, please make sure you are careful and safe. Look after your children, look after your brothers and sisters, look after your parents, okay? Make sure we're looking around, making sure nothing's dangerous, see how much space we have, okay? Nothing should hurt, everything should be pain-free. So we wanna have fun, but we wanna be careful and be safe, okay? All of these exercises are at your own risk, so please be careful, okay? Consult with your doctor, primary care physician, healthcare provider if you need to before starting. Otherwise, thank you everyone so much for tuning in. Hope everyone has an awesome rest of the day, awesome weekend, holidays, whatever day you're watching this. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.